Okay, we are now recording. This is the regular meeting of the Valley Green Energy Working Group. Um, we have a very small agenda for today. This might be a very quick one. So, um, first of all, I just wanted to start with the minutes from the last meeting. And Bob and Ben, have you had a chance to review those?
Mhm.
I can display them if you haven't.
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm happy to approve them.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. So, I need one of you to make a motion.
Motion to
I
approve the
move
minutes.
to, I second.
All right, there we go.
You two are so fast. You say it faster than I can write it. So hold
Well,
on
it's
a
it's
second.
recorded. It's recorded.
I know. Okay, so moving on then, our next item is public comment, but I don't believe we have any public in attendance. We do not, so we can skip right on to Valley Green Energy updates. So I reached out to Paul Gromer to see if he had any more information about the third-party information, and they were able to get the list very quickly, actually, from First Point, but they want to have a discussion with the three communities, I think individually, but in terms of how to put out the letter for the communities. So I think they want each in community's input. So it's a community specific feedback. So we'll probably just do that separately rather than having to pull together a big meeting. We'll just talk to Marlena directly. They don't have a price yet for us for determining how much it will be to do the mailing. So waiting on that information as well. So that's the only update I have. Oh, actually, I'm sorry, that's not true. Just wanted you all to know too that the RFP has not been submitted. The scope of work has not been submitted for the RFP yet because we have our finance director is coming back, previous finance director is coming back to the town. Was supposed to start this month, but unfortunately there was a contract requirement that delayed that beginning. So we're waiting, unfortunately, for him to come back. I do think it's important for him to review it before we send it out because I think he might have some thoughts or he might be fine with it and just bless it and say go for it. So I just want to make sure he has an opportunity to see that. So that would be in October. So, maybe either just before or just after our next meeting. Hopefully I'll be able to connect with him. I know he'll have a lot on his plate starting out. So just wanted everyone all to sort of know what's happening and that's just more patience, but I don't think we're in a big rush at this point, really. Ben, you had your hand up first, so I'll start with you. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
just to comment that I discussed this with our chief procurement officer just to kind of understand what the process is. And he said that under this kind of RFP, it's important when it becomes published to actually uh, have a very clear and specific shoot, what's it called? A reason for award. That's not the right
Yes,
word he used. And I don't think that was in this. Like he said, like you really want like each bullet point with a rating characteristic that can be clear.
right.
And
That's so I'm just going to jump in, Ben,
yeah,
to spare you because we are,
mhm,
so all that was just the sort of the scope of work, but
right.
the actual RFP goes to our procurement officer. And then there's a format that we do that sort of does all that. And she and I will have the conversation about the rating. And the rating is just basically the points that we make and just putting them in categories of, like highly desirable or whatever the language is. So, so just, I just wanted to spare you the going through the machinations there. Go ahead, Andra.
So Leah, us all have some questions about the process and how community can be involved. And if that needs to be in the RFP, it's good that it's not going out yet. Um, and Yeah, so first the process.
Okay. So the process will be that the 3 communities will have representation in selecting the contractor or the consultant, whoever it is that we're reviewing, that we get submissions from. I should say first that, let me backtrack a little bit. The procurement officer will put together the entire RFP. All we worked on was just the scope of work. So the RFP will then actually have to get developed. That whole RFP will then be posted, and we can request that the procurement officer send it to specific companies. Like, so I can't specifically send it to individuals, but I could get a list of people that people think should see it, and I can make sure the procurement officer has that. And then it will go, it can go to those folks, as well as it'll be posted. I think probably, I think we do it on the state list. There's a state list for consultants, and we share it there. And then I think it goes in the newspaper and the usual sort of usual avenues for posting, things like that. There's a time frame with which they have to respond. So the consultant would get the responses to us. They are then held by the procurement officer and opened on a specific date at a specific time. And then they're reviewed to make sure that they've met the minimum criteria for responding. And those that do will then, we would have a review of the proposals that were submitted. And the 3 communities have to have representation. I think because of this effort, they all 3 have to have representation. We could invite one, I think I'd have to ask, but I think we can invite one of the community members to be part of that process. I just need to make sure. But I think we may be able to do that, and I can ask, but it would be one person. It's not going to be more. And the information cannot be shared, which is why I'm not totally sure we can bring in a community member, because it's all confidential. All of the submissions are confidential until we make the final decision. And I think even then, I don't think typically we've shared the people that we don't select. I don't know, Bob, maybe or Ben, we can, but
Well-
we haven't. In the past, I've never shared when people are not selected. That's in a nutshell the process. But Adele, you've had your hand up for a bit, so I want to give you an opportunity to ask your question or make your comment.
Yeah, thank you. I wanted to be sure that the RFP would be sent out nationwide, because we've spoken to a number of people who know a great deal about innovative aggregations who are not in Massachusetts.
Sure, they just have to have, I mean, I think part of the experience though is that they have to be familiar with having worked in Massachusetts. That's almost always a requirement for the things that we do. We want people to be familiar with Massachusetts laws and have some experience working in the state. So Ben and Bob, I don't know, you can sort of weigh in on that too. I mean, I know that's just our state. I don't think I've ever worked on something that didn't include a requirement that they have experience within the state working on specifically what we're asking for. So, Ben or
mean,
Bob, do you want to weigh in too?
Analogous, sorry. I was just going to say, an
Ben, I think you're muted for some reason.
Oh, interesting.
No,
We can't hear you.
I could
Ben,
hear Ben.
There, Ben.
I could hear him.
I was involved with
Yeah,
one analogous.
Sorry, we heard you a minute ago, but we're not hearing you now.
I'm hearing you.
Stephanie, it's something wrong with your,
Yeah,
we can hear him.
yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll just say it and some people will hear it.
Do you want to, you know what? Do you want to text me real quick and I can read it? Because we still can't hear you. Bob, did you want to weigh in at all?
I can hear him, but I wasn't finished with my comment. I wanted to be sure that
Okay.
those
Adele,
of
go
us,
ahead. Did you have something else to say?
yes,
Do
um,
we have
but
chat here?
Okay, why am I not hearing anybody?
Yeah, yeah, that's a problem there.
Yeah.
Can we hear you now?
We can hear you, Stephanie.
We
Okay.
can hear everybody.
Okay.
Stephanie.
All right. I was not hearing you. Okay. I think we're good. I think I have a remote thing in my headset here, and I think that was, I must have hit mute. So sorry about that. Okay.
okay, so are you hearing me now?
I'm hearing you. Yes, I'm hearing everybody now. So sorry about
Right.
that.
I want to be sure that the folks that we have in mind, who we have spoken to previously, wind up on the list that is given to the procurement officer.
So we can send it. I think there's just going to be requirements, you know, and they just have to meet the requirements.
Okay. And then the other thing was about the one community member who would be included. I personally was included on a hiring panel, and I had no trouble agreeing that we would hold all proceedings confidentially. So I would hope that the same could be done in this case for a community member to be included.
Well, this is municipal procurement law, which is different than I think hiring an employee. So I'm not saying we won't. I'm not trying not to. All I'm saying is I want to be careful and check with people. I don't want to make assumptions because I could be wrong and I don't want to get people's hope up and then have them say that we can't do that. So I don't think it should be a problem, but I just want to make sure. And it may be that it has to be one of you three because you're actually part of the working group, you know, so which I don't think is a problem, but I just, you know, that might be the stipulation.
Okay,
So I just want to be clear, that's all.
thank you for checking.
Sure. So do you all have any updates? Leah
I
updates?
think I interrupted Bob.
No, no,
Oh,
you
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Bob.
interrupted Ben, actually, I think.
Or the other way around. And it doesn't matter what Stephanie covered is just is an
Okay.
The only comment I would like to make, Stephanie, unrelated
Mhm.
to that, moving on, I was very, very appreciative of Darcy's column in the Gazette.
Mhm.
And I thought it was A, well done, and B, I was grateful that she was able to include the piece on electrified Pelham in it with the Amherst and Northampton pieces. So I just wanted to note it and express my appreciation to Darcy.
Sure. I will, putting it in the minutes. And I think that can be said for everybody in this group. So yeah, it was a great article. So yeah, and I was really appreciative that she also included the date and the information for the um, online information session that we did about our heat pump program too. So that was helpful. So, okay. Anything else? All right. I said this was going to be quick. This was even quicker than I anticipated. So, so our next meeting is scheduled for October 16th at 1 p.m. And, you know, I should have updates regarding the mailing for sure by then. And I don't know about the procurement piece that, you know, for the RFP, that might take a little longer. As I said, I just want to wait until our finance director is back on board to check in with him. So, which is exciting to have him back. So
He's a great guy.
he
Really,
is a
very
really great guy. I was very sad. And I have to say that I did really enjoy the his successor as well. I was sad to see her go, but I'm very happy to have him back. So that all works out. So Anyway, well, thank you all so much. I'm going to give you back the rest of your afternoon. So thank you all so much, and be well.
Yep. Bye-bye.
All right.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Stephanie.
everyone.
You guys, bye.
Bye.